Bye, weep, grind, all weep, ninny bum. We're back with a brand new video in night one of the 2024 NBA season. The second of a opening night doubleheader featured the Los Angeles Lakers versus the Minnesota Timberwolves. And of course, a lot of the attention swirling around this game dealt with the eventuality of Bronny James sharing the court with his father, which happened early in the game, where they were both out on the court. So there was a little bit about that. Bronny, I'll go ahead and play 2 minutes and 41 seconds. They didn't leave him out there for a long time. He went 0 of 2 from the floor, 0 for 1 for downtown, 1 rebound, 1 assist, and he was a -5 in his 2 minutes and 41 seconds of work. Said the Lakers, I wanted to get that out of the way. The Lakers were actually victorious. So the JJ Redick era gets a victory in its first regular season outing. Though I know, like I said, a lot of the attention is going to the James family. It was actually Anthony Davis who showed up and showed out in a big way. Which goes to show you, here's the thing, they're a much better team when they play through Anthony Davis. Anthony Davis, in, how many minutes did he play tonight? Let me tell you. He was, really? He was 37 minutes. He was 11 of 23 from the floor, 1 of 3 from downtown, 13 of 15 from the line, 16 rebounds, 4 assists, as he dropped a ridiculous stat line of 36 points and 16 rebounds, leading the way for the Los Angeles Lakers in their 110-103 victory over the Timberwolves of Minnesota. Rui Hachimura actually came out really aggressive. I think he scored the first 5 or 8 points of the basketball game. So it looks like if you've followed the Lakers, JJ Redick said early on of his starting lineup. So the starting lineup was determined weeks ago that it would be LeBron James, Anthony Davis, Austin Reeves, Rui Hachimura, and D'Angelo Russell. And I'm actually a fan of Rui Hachimura, even going back to his days at Gonzaga. So it was actually good to see him come out and really look to assert himself offensively. And I think that really helped to set the tone, because ironically, here's the thing. AD, like I said, had 36 and 16, but he was early on, he was not featured really at all in the offense. As a matter of fact, his first points was a putback dunk that he went and got. But once they started going through him, he was really able to exploit the general lack of size. Of course, Gobert is starting, but whenever he was either not in the game or possibly, he would get switched off when Naz Reid or whoever came in the game, he was able to get a shorter player on him. He was able to take advantage of it. He really looked aggressive. I thought he rebounded the basketball well. I just thought overall from AD, it was a very solid performance. And to be honest, though I think ultimately the Lakers will crash and burn, at least that's what I'm hoping, I think for them to be as successful as this team possibly can be, the action's got to go through Anthony Davis. Now, it should have been obvious 3 or 4 years ago, but we know why. There's only one guy that can be featured in the system, but it has become particularly obvious over the past 2 seasons that they go much better, the Los Angeles Lakers I'm speaking of, when Anthony Davis is the offensive hub. There's so much more that they can do off of that. You can run so many actions because of the attention that he demands and the versatility that he has on the offensive end. It just makes sense. LeBron, and this was actually, I thought he was rather quiet. I think he had 16 points, on 7 of 16 from the floor, I believe he shot. He was 7 of 16, 1 of 3 from downtown, 5 rebounds, 4 assists. And like I said, with AD, rolling like that, that's really the way this team has to go. And I think all 5 Lakers were in double figures. Let me look and see here. Yes, they were. Like I said, Hachimura had 18. Austin Reeves had 15. Well, not all. D'Angelo Russell shot the ball atrociously. He just had 9 points on the night. 9 points. What was that? Shit, I can't see. I'm having trouble seeing. 9 points, 5 assists, 3 steals. I mean, he did some other things, but ultimately, what this game came down to was rebounding and turnovers. The Timberwolves had 15 turnovers, but they really started the game off. In the first quarter, it was very turnover laden, and that really helped because the Lakers were taking advantage of it, and that helped them build a lead. I think they went on because Minnesota had taken lead or tied it, and the Lakers went on a big run to really build a double-digit lead. Got up to 18, 19, might have been 20 points at one time. Timberwolves were able to cut it to 4. For the Lakers went on another mini run to push it back 10 points, and they just could not get any closer than that. Julius Randle, in his Timberwolves debut, he had 16 points. And, the thing about it took him a little while to kind of figure out his place, at least for this game in the offense. He ended up going 5 of 10 from the floor, 1 of 3 from downtown. He had 9 rebounds. He had 16 points. So they're really going to need him and to be more aggressive. And you got to think when they're putting all these guys together, they didn't really have a lot of time to play in the preseason, and it showed. As people were still, it looked like they were trying to figure it out. And this is what happens when you make a trade, a substantial trade, with the Karl Anthony Towns thing, kind of this late in the preseason, and it came out of nowhere. So obviously there's going to be an adjustment period there, and that was one of the things that you could see. So they're definitely going to have to figure that out. Anthony Edwards had 27 points, and for a time he looked like the only guy that had any sort of competitive fire. He was 10 of 25 from the floor, 5 of 13 from downtown, and apparently this is a thing to where Anthony Edwards is going to look to incorporate the three-point shot more than ever into his game. Last season, he averaged 6 threes a game, but through the preseason, he was taking a jaw-dropping 12 threes a night. So him taking this many is kind of in line with that. I really would prefer to cut that down somewhere closer to what it's been, maybe increase from 6 of last year to maybe 8 to 9. And I say that because he's so dangerous when he's attacking the basket, using his athleticism to finish, draw fouls. He can also draw multiple defenders, and just having him stand out there parked at the three-point line, jacking up threes, I do not think that is the best utilization of his talent nor implementation of his skill set into what the Timberwolves want to do and what's most conducive for them from an offensive standpoint. He's had 27 points. Let's see. Jalen McDaniels had 6 points on, where did he shoot the ball? 3 of 8 from the floor. Let's see here. Rudy Gobert. 14. I'll go ahead and have 14 rebounds. He had 13 points. on 5 of 9 shooting, and Mike Conley was pretty bad. 1 of 7 from the floor, 0 of 5 from downtown, just 5 points, 2 assists, 4 rebounds, and a steal. So he was, from a shooting perspective, not good at all. And let's see, do they have any other? I'm trying to see, do they have any other double-figure guys? Which I don't think they did. They didn't. They actually didn't. They only played 9 guys. Chris Finch did. Let's see here. Nickeil Alexander-Walker had 14. Dante DiVincenzo, who was also making his Timberwolves debut, had 10 points. Naz Reid, defending 6th Man of the Year, had 12. And I think that was the last double figure. Who had 17? Can I read that? Yeah, that was it. So, obviously, the Timberwolves have to, it's just one game. They've got to solve their rebounding issues because they were absolutely pounding on the boards. The Lakers were able to do a lot of damage in terms of hitting the offensive glass. They were able to keep possessions alive. And it's tough to make a run to come back in games when you can't secure your own defensive backboard. But they did lose a lot of size in that trade. So forget, in addition to Cat, they also lost Kyle Anderson, who was able to facilitate and initiate the offense through him. He was another ball handler, and he had, pretty decent size. He could also help out on the glass. And so the loss of Kyle Anderson cannot be understated as well, but they've got to look at solving that problem. So once again, the Los Angeles Lakers defeated the Minnesota Timberwolves 110-103. Bronny and LeBron had their moment, so now they can send him down to the G League, and we don't have to go through this and be tortured with constantly hearing about this anymore. Hopefully that happens sooner than later, so there can be somewhat of a return to normalcy in terms of attention on that story. So that's all I got. Be back with more videos real soon. And again, like I said, let me know if you want me to keep, if you like these types of brief analyses and breakdowns of what I saw as I watched the games. Just let me know, and I'll keep churning them out for you. And I'll get better with each subsequent video. But with that being said, thank you for spending a few moments with me. I'll be back with more videos really, really soon. And as always, please make sure to tell the ones that you love them. Peace.